Welcome to Wellness Rebranded.
We know there is so much conflicting health and fitness advice out there.
And you're tired of the wellness fads, endless diets, and impossible standards that make you feel like nothing you do is ever enough.
You're ready to tune into your mind and body and feel empowered around health.
We're the healing trio here to help you redesign your relationships with food, fitness, and yourself.
I'm Elizabeth, registered dietitian and certified intuitive eating counselor.
I'm Maria, licensed mental health therapist.
And I'm Tara, personal trainer.
Together, we're changing the narrative on health away from diet culture, hustle culture, and toxic positivity and towards healthful self-care.
So grab your water bottle, get ready to laugh, learn, and grow.
And let's start rebranding your wellness journey.
So people always ask me why I don't use before and after photos in my marketing. Because if you've ever been on Instagram or any social media, you'll see that fitness people in particular are always posting before and afters of people. And I don't on purpose. And I thought we could have a conversation today about why I choose to avoid that.
So Tara, why?
I don't do it either.
So several reasons, right? I feel like before and after photos are actually before and during photos, first and foremost. There's no real after, right? Like bodies are always changing and life is always progressing. And it's just a single snapshot of that moment in time. And simultaneously, there are so many ways to alter the way your body looks in a static photo. And I'm not even talking about like Photoshop, like standing up straight, the lighting. Every time I get my headshots done, my photographer is amazing. And she always says like, push your head forward as far as you possibly can, which feels like the dumbest thing on earth, but it changes the way like my jawline and my neck look for the better.
And also, speaking of before and during, like in the nutrition space where I don't have before and after images either, it's like very often before and during the diet cycle.
Yeah, totally.
Right? Because we know that it's the cycle and you usually end up back up where you started.
Totally. If diets worked, we wouldn't have to start over every January, you know? So I just feel like even if you take out Photoshop and things like that, things like the lighting, the kind of clothes you're wearing, the way you've positioned your body, the way you've shifted your hips or put your arm or whatever can make your body look extremely different in the span of like 30 seconds. So it's not a great way to track progress.
Well, I'm sure the before and after pictures is also a way to sell. This is what I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you that body, whatever it is, because I'm sure the before and after is more messaging.
Also, sorry, Maria, I did not mean to interrupt, but in my head, I was getting really fired up because I was reflecting on a conversation I had with a client who told me how she was in some sort of fitness or nutrition or diet or boot camp or whatever program. And often when they do those before and after images, they do them from the neck down. And how dehumanizing is that? You are literally nothing but your body. Your head can't even be shown. And like, yeah, I guess I understand sometimes they're doing it to protect your privacy, but the messaging, and she was telling me how she had given someone who was running that program permission to share some part of her story and didn't know that those photos were going to be used. And she told me about the impact of it. And I was just reflecting on that conversation as you were talking, and I got super fired up. So sorry.
No, that makes sense. I mean, that's a good point. The impact that is having, again, emotionally, mentally.
Thinking about launching a podcast or taking yours to the next level? Juliana Barbati and her team are the experts you need. They take care of everything from episode funnel design to production and marketing, so you can focus on creating content that connects. Check out julianabarbati.com and mention that we sent you. I mean, it's reinforcing weight stigma, right? It's moralizing your body size. I just think that it's emotionally harmful, even if it's like quote unquote inspiring. You know, it's not a good way to track progress, first of all. It also doesn't show how much like time and money people are spending on themselves. It doesn't show the impact your genetics has
And
on
also,
you.
you can't tell true health by looking at those photos. You don't know.
Yeah.
One, you're making an assumption that a certain body type, that is how you define health, right? But also, you don't know what that person is doing to get that change. It may be an eating disorder. It may be disordered eating. It may be over exercising. It may be coming at an extreme physical, mental, emotional cost.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is two things come to mind. One, if we ever had a before and after picture, it could be like the before picture and then the after picture. Yeah, it might be a difference in weight, but then all these little words around the person saying, okay, maybe anxiety is higher.
Yeah.
And a lot of money spent, that you could have.
Yeah,
spent on
spending
something,
hours
or
thinking about food.
Yes,
Stepped on the scale this morning and it ruined my whole day.
trainer emotionally abusing you with what the messaging that they're saying. I don't know, right? So,
Yep.
or maybe another way to show this before and after is like before, after, and then again after, like many afters, and how sometimes people, the rebound, how you call it, when
Weight cycling.
the weight cycling. So it's like before and then after, after, and all the journey ups and downs of this supposedly after, like you were saying at the beginning, is not stuck in that after. What happened years later, like maybe now you're struggling with some health issues because of all the restriction you put your body through. I don't know, but it would be interesting.
I feel like the bigger context here is it doesn't take into account your life circumstances.
Right.
Yeah, right. As Maria was doing her first picture, I was thinking to myself, like, didn't join in pizza night, right? Because
Exactly.
it was too many calories, and I told my kid that we couldn't go out for ice cream, or I felt deprived the whole time, or
Made my Christmas cookies using only whole wheat flour and
And they didn't
rancid
taste
Crisco.
okay, I actually do have a couple of cookie recipes with whole wheat flour, and I say that they're good, but I take your point.
Totally, right? Like if they're good, by all means. Ruining like your
They
family
also
traditions,
have chocolate.
not ideal. I also think that there are so many important things that are not shown in a before and after picture. Most notably for me would be like how strong you are.
Right.
You can't see how strong you are from a picture.
Exactly, because that's what I was saying. Like if the before and after picture physically in the picture looks exactly the same, the body, where are we accounting for that you can lift a heavier weight now and you feel stronger, that your flexibility in your legs is now you can get up from the floor easier than before. That's not shown
Totally.
in that.
Like reduced pain is not
Yes.
visible. Having
doesn't-
better blood work,
Right?
not visible.
It doesn't show the quality of your diet.
Yeah. It doesn't show how much more confident you are now, right? Like there's a lot of things that visual
show
change
your-
doesn't show.
Anxiety or, stress or overwhelm.
Need a cleaner home without the stress? Our partner Clean is a trusted cleaning service based in Anne Arundel County, serving homes and businesses across the DMV area. They do it all, from routine tidying to deep cleanings, move-in, move-out jobs, Airbnb turnovers, and janitorial services. Their team is experienced, reliable, and focused on giving you back time and peace in your space. And here's the best part. Mention Wellness Rebranded and you'll get $100 off your first cleaning. Visit chrisclean.com, that's KRISSKLEAN.com. Call 410-858-5620 and check the show notes for all the details.
I also want to be very clear, like I'm not shaming people who use before and after pictures. Like you live your life, man. If that's the way that you want to track yourself, like by all means,
We're
go
not
ahead.
shaming them, but it's also an invitation to maybe look beyond what's the messaging, really, because maybe we're just so used to sell with the before and after picture, and people love before and after pictures. It's like, but maybe the invitation is, okay, what for?
Yes, I think what I want to reiterate is I'm not shaming people who use before and after photos, but I am critiquing the system that profits from the insecurity brought about by it. Like, I don't think that if you're
Well-
a good personal trainer, you shouldn't have to use a before and after picture. Now that we've established why I don't love a before and after photo and why I think that we shouldn't probably use them, let's talk about reframing it. So instead of looking at our before and after photo and seeing how our body has physically changed, I think we should be celebrating the progress that we've made with our bodies. So like now maybe we can carry all of the groceries in one trip. Or maybe you can get down on the floor and get back up comfortably and easily to play with your kids. Or maybe you just didn't quit when life got hard. You stayed going to the gym and you stayed making progress.
So we were talking about not wanting to shame anyone who's done them, which I don't. Although if you are a health professional and using them, then I would say like, please consider stopping. But what I wanted to say is it's not just like maybe a different way of looking at it is not just how it impacts you, but how it impacts other people and the messages that are being sent.
That's exactly what I said before. I
it?
said it's an invitation to think about the messaging and the impact this is having when you show that picture, okay?
Yeah, this is having on, but I thought we were talking about like on you, the person, instead of like the other people watching it. That was my point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I actually have an acquaintance who I've known for like decades, and she got very heavy into like Beachbody at one point and was doing nothing but posting before and after photos. And I noticed it like every time I would get off of Facebook or whatever, I would be like a little bit crankier. And I finally pinpointed it to seeing so many before and after photos. So I unfollowed her. To this day, I still don't follow her. And yet we still know each other in real life. So
I call that detoxing from diet culture, and you can absolutely curate your feed to see less of that. And it is really, really awesome.
Tara, your experience made me think of one post on social media that in a way changed my life. Listen, I don't even know who it was, but it was this woman wearing a bikini and saying, here's my beach body and I love it and I'm going to enjoy the ocean and I'm going to enjoy the sand. And it was a regular body with that, you know.
I know this post.
You do?
That was Molly Gilbraith. She's the head of Girls Gone Strong, and she has an absolutely normal body, and she posted a picture in a bikini.
All
and
bodies are normal.
Correct. Thank you, Elizabeth. But it went completely viral because she was basically like, here I am in my bikini and I enjoy my life and my body.
And she looked beautiful, but
Yeah.
it's not the after picture, right? It's
Yeah.
not the picture of this that we've put in our minds that this is the goal, how we need to look like.
All bodies are beach bodies.
I agree.
But I mean, really, that's
Look at
the
Elizabeth
message, right?
like dropping little hints at us all the
it's
time.
true.
I love it.
But that's diet culture. I mean, how many times I've heard my teenagers say, like, look, mommy, but her legs look so much narrower than mine. And look at her flat belly. And, you know, that's the messaging, right? So when you see posts that are actually combating that or fighting that, it's like, it feels so refreshing and say, yes, now somebody's talking.
I think that's why that post resonated so hard. And she talks about this. That post went so viral because a normal American woman didn't have something negative to say about her body.
She showed it and enjoyed it.
And she was just like living her best life with
And
it.
I think she even said something like, this is the same ocean, the same sand that you're going to experience, whether your body looks this
I
way or
love
the
that.
other way,
Yeah.
or whether you're wearing a bikini or you're covering your whole body with whatever.
Yep.
Is the same enjoyment you can have. And I was like, yes, now we're talking. Yeah.
Yes, I love that post. So I want to close this episode with 3 calls to action. First one, you're going to go do Elizabeth's free course. Second one, I want you to like visibly notice and name when you find progress that is not associated
Ooh, I
with
like
your
this
body.
one.
So like if you...
With how your body looks.
Yes, thank you. I worded that very strangely, but with how your body looks, right? It's not a progress picture. I want you to notice like, oh man, I can carry all of my groceries in one trip, or I lifted more weight, or I didn't get out of breath walking up this flight of stairs. Like, notice that. Say it out loud. You know, tell somebody what you just did.
You
'cause
could do
that's
this with your eating too, by the way.
True.
Like notice what feels good, what you're proud of when you're making choices that whatever.
Well, if this is a kind of a competition, you can do it with your emotions to notice when you feel them and you don't judge them and you express them and you...
Nobody was turning it into a competition.
I was.
And lastly, your next call to action would be do the digital detox of diet culture. So like go through your Instagram, go through your Facebook, go through your wherever
And
else
if you've
you are.
already done it, do it again because it has a way of creeping back in, especially this time of year.
Totally. So like look through, and I want you to notice how a post makes you feel. If it makes you feel like that post did for Maria, like by all means follow that shit and stay on it. But if you leave that post feeling like you're not as good as you had hoped and you need to improve on something, or you're disappointed or sad or frustrated or whatever,
I haven't done enough.
I haven't done enough. Like if you're shitting all over yourself, like maybe you unfollow that person, or maybe you snooze them temporarily and check back in, because where we spend a lot of time has an effect on our body and
Our brain.
and our brains.
Yes, the message.
And we spend a lot of time on social media in general. So hit that digital detox. You will be grateful that you did.
Yes. And talking about digital, do not detox from this podcast. In fact, if you love this episode, share it with a friend. One account that you will not regret following is our Instagram account, Wellness Rebranded, where we share some about our podcast episodes, but also behind the scenes and a lot of things there. And let's continue this conversation, ladies, this movement of rebranding wellness. Until next time.
Thank you for listening. If you want to connect with me outside of this podcast, you can find me on Instagram at coaching_therapist.
I'm Elizabeth. You can find me at Elizabeth Harris Nutrition or in my Facebook group, Health and Healing with Intuitive Eating.
And I'm on Instagram and Facebook at Tara DeLeon Fitness. Guys, if you loved this episode or any of our other episodes, we would love it if you would leave us a review on Apple Podcast. It really, really helps us get the non-diet word out to the rest of the world. So please leave us a review.
Yes, thank you.